All right, popping back in, Party Pundits. You know who it is, your man, Professor Nail. I'm signing on with Coach Dave.
Oh, forgive my attitude. I got a little tude tonight.
Here we go. Casual Rand
What up, dope?
and Boston Jared.
What up?
So we recently had the announcement and the first press conference for the bout, the all London, all English bout between Anthony Joshua and Anthony Daniel
Daniel DuBois.
yeah, Daniel DuBois. And this is it's a fight that does have some excitement, and it's really just kind of based off the latest form of both of those fighters. But the cynic in me is not really happy with this fight. And I'll kind of give my little quick rant before I throw it to the pundits. So part of it is that we had the three kings at one point in heavyweight boxing. And that was Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder, and Tyson Fury. There was like any permutation of those bouts right there was gonna give us a clear kind of king of not only the heavyweight division, but a boxing at the time. The person that would have came out of that would have been the face of boxing easily. What we got instead was a kind of a tainted trilogy between between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Looks like we may never get the Tyson Fury Anthony Joshua fight. Looks like we may never get the Anthony Joshua Deontay Wilder fight. And because of the advanced ages of the champions at the time, we want to give respect to Usyk. We might be in the midst of a kind of a changing of guard without really any kind of with a bit of a bad taste that's kind of less, like that's left in our mouth. So I want to go with Coach Dave to kind of like start off. And how would you, and thinking about this fight that was announced, how would you assess the state of heavyweight boxing right now? So I'm kind of taking the cynical route, but there's another way to kind of look at heavyweight boxing at this time.
Yeah, no, I think the approach that you taking it, man, is real good. And I'm gonna kind of give just like a quick little minor deep dive and kind of go a tier up under. But I think you hit it right on the head, man, when you said the changing of guard. Look, this Joshua DuBois fight, really, who gives a mother blank? And I told y'all to please forgive me for my attitude, because I'm just kind of mad and pissed off at boxing all the way around. You know what I'm saying? So allow me to please vent just a little bit. I really could give a rat's ass about this fight that's coming up. You hit it dead on the head, man, as you set me up so cool with just how you went through the analytical things that took place. All these guys, man, Usyk, Fury, Wilder, Josh, all these jokers in there like mid-30. To be honest with you, I'm just tired of seeing these motherfuckers, man. And they should have fought when they had the time to fight. I want to just say to you guys, just to pop your mind on, I think that it is time to usher in some type of notoriety on these up and coming heavyweights that's out there. Now, let me go on to say up front, my man, Zhigli Zhang, however you pronounce that joker name, I'm in there with.
Yeah.
I think Frank Sanchez can maybe do a little bit, but it's these other cats, man, like this cat from Uzbekistan. Bakodi Jalalov. I don't know how to pronounce his damn name, but the Uzbekistan cat who's like 14-0, and I think this cat got like 13 or 14 knockouts. Of course, you got Jared Anderson out there, man, 24 years old. I just hope that he don't let life outside the ring catch up with him and whatever all that stuff that he was in with the car chase or the firearms or whatever he got going on. And then you got this kid over in London, this teenage cat, this joker like 9-0. With like 7 knockouts, Moses Ntwama. And again, I might be butchering the guy's name, but this is teenage sensation, man, over there in I think he's in Britain. Can't wait to see this guy. And then there's this other cat. Is he from Australia? Justice Hunanis or Justice Huna. This cat is 9-0 also. Justin Hunanai, I think that's his name. But yeah, but these are cats, man, that I'm going to start really, really watching, because I got so fed up with it, man. I just kind of had to do an internal, personal little deep dive into the heavyweight division to see what's coming up, as Professor so eloquently put it, the changing of the guard. So I could really, man, wish them guys the best. Hope they don't get hurt, but I could really give a rat's ass about Joshua fighting, seeing Fury fight. Damn sure don't care about seeing Wilder fight anymore, and really don't care about damn Usyk fighting no more, man. I'm just tired of these guys just sitting on the throne, getting fat and just not giving these guys, another chance. So I'm watching the Tear Up Under. Might take some time for it to manifest, but that's just the way I see, the heavyweight division going. And mind you, let me say it again, just a caveat, and I'll shut up. Appreciate these guys, man. This is a hard sport, man. Everybody ring, man. So just hear my frustration with the fighters, and it ain't no personal attack. But to be honest with you, I give a damn about any one of those three fightings now, man.
So Boston, so it was like Justice Hooney.
Justice Hooney and
Okay.
Bakadir Jalolov is, I believe, how you pronounce it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, both those guys I see them ranked. Hooney is 15th in the IBF.
Right.
Jalolov is 15th in the WBO. Hooney is 9 in the WBO. The other guy that Coach Dave left out is this kid, Ajit Kabayel, man, the Turkish kid. I believe he ethnically Kurdish, who keeps on upsetting people. I mean, he beat Frank Sanchez. He beat the guy Arslan Beck. I believe stopped Arslan Beck. He stopped Sanchez too, didn't he?
I think he did, bro.
Kabayel, man, is another guy that is ranked highly in all 4 sanctioning bodies. I see him ranked 3rd in the WBC. I see Kabayel ranked 9 in the WBA, 4 in the IBF, and 5th in the WBO behind Jared Anderson, interestingly. So another guy that figures to be a player in the future at heavyweight.
But with that said, I do want to say, I don't think this is controversial, but I want to kind of put it out there, is that when we kind of talked about the kind of 3 heads, of are the 3 kings of heavyweight boxing, I didn't include at the time Alexander Usyk at the time, so who was a kind of a smaller heavyweight who was coming up from cruiserweight, but one thing
is the king. He is the king of heavyweight boxing now.
Oh yeah, easily. I mean, he's many people's number 1 pound for pound, and I want to give him credit, because out of all those, like, he's fought 2 of the 3, right? He's fought Joshua twice, beat them. He's fought Fury, and then I don't think anybody with what I'm saying, the good head on their shoulders would think that he wouldn't do a job on Deontay Wilder, particularly this version of Deontay Wilder. But with that said, he is, I think he has a pretty exciting fighting style. Like, he comes forward. He has this kind of pressure that he is able to create with his feet and does that. So he's not somebody who avoids the fight. But with that said, I feel that the heavyweight division is most healthy when you have an exciting American heavyweight who is the champion.
Well.
I mean, if we think about it in there, because even when we had dominance by Lennox Lewis, and even with the Klitschko brothers at the time, they, when you have an exciting heavyweight boxing champion, the division, I'm going back to the days of like Joe Louis, Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, and even with Vander Holyfield, but like the division seems to just seems to flourish. So are we suffering from the lack of a great heavyweight American champion at this time?
No, we're not suffering. I mean, thanks to guys like, I hate to bring him into the convo, but he has everything to do with it. Turki Al-Sheikh, The heavyweight division is at just as relevant as not as it's ever been, but it's back in the spotlight. That Fury Usyk fight would not have happened without Turki Al-Sheikh. Those major cards that you saw get put on in Saudi Arabia would not have happened without Turki Al-Sheikh. So no, with the absence of a major American heavyweight has not hurt the division as much as some of the old school American purists like yourself would probably argue. Look, we got this kid Jared Anderson, and I just don't know about this kid Jared Anderson. I mean, inside the ring, he looks like he looks like he's got the ability, looks like he's got the talent. But it seems like this kid is more than likely to take an L outside the ring before he takes an L in the ring. And I really question this kid's the head this kid's got on his shoulders. I mean, he's been arrested a couple times. He's got several charges pending now, I believe. So I just I don't know, but to answer your question, no. Heavyweight division is fine without a major American heavyweight boxer. We'll wait and see what happens with this kid Anderson here over the next 18 months, 2 years to see if he can emerge and become a player of the division.
Well, yeah, I mean, and I'll be honest, I'm not totally buying the stock right now.
Oh, Anderson, right? It's tough to.
That
yeah.
is, buying it. So, but I mean, but maybe I'll miss out, saying as this kind of stock continues to rise, maybe this is a good time to kind of buy in on them. But with that said, I want to pass it to Casual Rand. And so one of the things, and so with Anthony Joshua, who was fighting Daniel DuBois, which I think at least when it comes to the action, I think it's going to be a pretty exciting bout. But I think with Joshua, we had somebody that had the hallmark to really be the face of boxing, right? He's got the look, he's got the physique. He's even at one point, he had a really good kind of fighting style, at that point. So, and maybe I'm wrong. So why do you think that he was able to kind of fail to connect with the American public? Anthony Joshua, or maybe you think that he did connect with them.
I think he did. But I want to start off. I kind of disagree with what Boston was saying. I think that Turki Al-Sheikh came at the tail end of the hype train based off of Wilder, Fury, potential Joshua mix-up, and then them doing the dance and not really fighting. Well, Wilder losing to Fury, but still in the heavyweight race. I think that once Usyk clears this out, I think the heavyweight division is going to be down for close to, I would say, even close to like to a decade. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the people that's coming up, and then they're good fighters, but none of them have that excitement. We knew that at 15 fights that Tyson was going to be special. We knew before 20 fights that Wilder was going to be something exciting. You know what I'm saying? We're not saying everybody was debating his skills, his boxing purity or whatever, but he was an exciting fighter, and we wanted to see him fight, win or lose. This stock that's coming up now, they're going to have to get it in the mud, because these people really ain't checking for them, and then they're going to eventually be good. And like if Jared Anderson become a champion, people are going to be like, okay, you know what I'm saying? He's more likely to go to a 12-round fight than get the KO. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think people look at the heavyweight division to see a 12-rounder, unless, you know what I'm saying, unless it's two knockout artists and they just, you know what I'm saying, haven't lined up that fight yet. You know what I'm saying? So we're not looking at Jared Anderson that way. So, and then to answer your question with Anthony Joshua, I think he was set up to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? It was supposed to be him and Wilder, and the winner of that fight was supposed to be
Just reign
they
supreme.
would have been the face of boxing hands down over Canelo.
Yeah.
But it just never came to fruition. And Tyson Fury whooped up on Wilder, and then it was supposed to have been Joshua Fury, but then he lost back to Usyk. So it was just always something. And then like the true boxing fans, they love Usyk and they give him the pound for pound boxer, you know what I'm saying, boxer of right now, but nobody really nobody really wants him like as the heavyweight champion of the world. You know what I'm saying? It's like heavyweight champion of the world, Usyk. They were like, oh, Usyk. You know what I'm saying? He ain't like putting a stamp on I am the heavyweight champion of the world. And right now, I don't see anybody coming up that's going to take that.
So you don't think that it's him being a kind of an international fighter and like just like culturally not connecting is just really about his fighting style. So if he was a killer, if he was coming in there,
if he was knocking motherfuckers out like Tank at heavyweight division, he'll be the shit. But
AJ was knocking guys out.
Who?
Come on, AJ, right?
No, we talking about Usyk. No,
I mean
AJ was set up.
But you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? If you knocking out the duds, you know what I'm saying? But when he would start stepping up in competition, he got rocked by what's his name? What was the little fat Mexican?
He got stopped by Ruiz. Yeah.
But once you start losing that sheen off you, I mean, I think Joshua beats everybody besides Usyk right now. I give him a puncher's chance against everybody besides Usyk.
We'll see, man. The Joshua fan base is really, really gassed off of Otto Wallin and who was the other guy that he beat up coming back?
Ngannou, who was not even a boxer.
Francis Ngannou. Yeah, people are really, really gassed off of those two wins, man. So I don't know. As soon as he gets back in there with some real competition, man, and he gets rocked, I really want to see how he responds to getting popped good and dropped.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying?
He starts having flashbacks.
He got more skill and movement than to get rocked by Zhilei Zhang. So you know what I'm saying? I don't know who's that.
I don't know. Zhilei Zhang is a good he's a bit slow or whatnot, but that guy is an Olympic boxer. He has a story, amateur boxing background.
He's big and he ain't moving his head, but he will rock.
None of these guys move their head except Usyk.
I think Zhilei Zhang is the Chinese version of what's his name from Cuba, that was 76 years old.
Or Ortiz. Well, I mean, Ortiz was
Ortiz. As I said, 76.
I think he was a pretty good master boxer.
I don't know about all that.
I put them in the same boat, bro.
One thing that I want to say. Oh, go ahead, Coach.
But for the casual though, you know, bro, I think if all three of those cats stop like right now though, if Usyk, Joshua, you know, if they stop right now, I don't think we have to wait no whole decade, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. The decade
must see fighter that there's not one coming up, man.
Well, look, man. So some of those names that I just called off to you, bro. What I would say is honestly, go take a look at some of those cats, man, that I just called up, and then just say, okay, with the right tweaking. And then a couple of fights down the road, what it's gonna be like. I mean, that Uzbek guy, he 14-0, bro.
But I think we at different levels of the bar. So when I say so historically, the heavyweight champion of the world was the most popular athlete of that time.
I kind of agree.
So I'm saying when I say that, I'm looking at
time ago.
But I'm saying when I'm saying that, I'm looking at somebody that's going to be more popular than Canelo, Mayweather, you know what I'm saying, and that stratosphere, and I don't see that's coming from the from what we're looking at with the heavyweight division.
I don't look, man. As American sports fans, and I find this constantly when I'm talking to American sports fans, people who have there's a big wide world of sports fans out there that exists outside of the US. I mean, Anthony Joshua, at the height of Anthony Joshua, when he's the 3-belt unified champion, is one of the biggest names in the sport. Now, I understand he wasn't a huge name over here in the US, but anywhere outside of the United States of America, people knew the name Anthony Joshua. People in West Africa,
People in the US.
people in parts of Europe. I mean, he was a huge name. I mean, he had the look.
But you do
Dicks
know
went
that
into
you have to,
all kind of shit. I mean,
but you do know that you have to prove yourself in the US. That's the same reason why Prince Nassim Hamed had to come over here and do his thing. There's just something about when you kind of connect there, like it takes you to a different level. And
of course, it's a huge marketplace over here too.
Well, yeah, but I just think that it says something. It's kind of this proving ground that they have to go through this gauntlet, because they can stay over there across the water and make their money and do all of that. But if they really want that to be seen, to go to that height, to be one of the most recognizable athletes in the world, you have to kind of come over here. And that's why I blame Big Baby Jarrell Miller, because if he when the pop heights or whatnot, Anthony Joshua would have did away with him. He would have had his little coronation and all of that. I think he would have did away with him. But I thought that you could see that the big lights of New York really got to Anthony Joshua.
Yeah, what's it called? Andy Ruiz's left and right hands is what got to Anthony Joshua. And if he had gone in there with Jarrell Miller, I'm not 100% convinced he'd have beaten Jarrell Miller either.
Yeah, he was.
Jarrell Miller had about 60 pounds. Jarrell Miller had about what, 50 pounds on AJ. He'd have been
power. He's a slappy puncher and
high rate. I mean, at least on the PEDs. At least on PEDs, he got high work rate. Very durable. I'm not sure. We'll never know now. We'll never know now, guys. I gotta run. This dog is looking at me like he gonna shit on this floor. Yeah, if I don't bounce. So we'll get with y'all. We'll get with y'all later, man. Have a good night.
We're gonna
hit the like button, like and subscribe.
Yeah, we're going to sign off or whatnot. This is Professor Nil. I'm signing off for Coach Dave.
Yeah.
The Casual Ran.
Peace.
Make sure that you hit that like and subscribe. We are the Pundits of Pugilism. We'll catch y'all next week.
Peace.